Hey, what's up everyone? Morey Croson here, and we are doing another reaction video today. We're going to be doing Brian Dawkins, my favorite player growing up. He was the safety for the Eagles, if you don't know, and I love this particular highlight film just because of some of the things that they end up saying. I don't want to take too much time in doing an introduction, but if you like the information as always, or if you like the video, click that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I know these are a little bit different than what I typically do, but still trying to add as much overall entertainment for all you guys that are subscribed and wanting to be able to get better, right? This is going to be a great mindset one. We're going to hop right into it. Brian Dawkins.
When I think of Brian Dawkins, it surely is a dichotomy.
Boom, shaka-laka.
I mean, this guy is the most mild-mannered guy you've ever been around.
This is what I love, right? And they talk about this with Kobe too. I'm going to probably do a Kobe one as well.
Mild-mannered, you know, real quiet Christian.
Mild-mannered, very like quiet, not somebody that's like really loud overall, but brings the pain on the field. I love this. They got Brian Dawkins, the regular guy, and then they got Weapon X. And they did the same thing. Kobe did the same thing, right, with being the Black Mamba, and now we got Brian Dawkins here being Weapon X. So when he walks around his daily life, he's Brian Dawkins, the dad, the teammate, all that type of stuff. But when he's on the field, when he's playing safety, he is Weapon X. And I think that that's a great mindset, right? When you're playing football, you got to kind of be a little bit of a different person on the field than who you are in just the daily life, right? You have to have a little bit more of that mean streak to you in order to really have a lot of success. And we see a lot of guys that are very like this, right? Where they're very calm, cool, and collected when it's just like every day, just hanging out. But then when they get on the field, it's a whole different beast.
And 2 lockers. One is for the 6-time Pro Bowl safety of the Eagles.
We'll fast forward through this. The Wolverine.
Battle, the fact that he's intense all the time is something that invited me into that world.
The transformation begins with his meticulously painted green and silver Breathe Right strip.
I haven't watched this before, so I have no idea. I want to make it a real reaction, right? It's not a real reaction if I've already watched all of it. So
sticking out a little bit there, I might, you know, put a little oil on to make sure they glisten a little bit. I feel good about that. That's a lot of positive going onto the field, Jack. So somebody in trouble. I pray constantly you were able to mic before the game.
Is that good? But didn't in The Exorcist, didn't the little girl, she spoke in tongues and they said that she was possessed by the devil?
Speaking in tongues, a little bit on the wild side for sure. We'll fast forward a little bit. We'll get out of some of this stuff. But this was great too. Just being a great leader, being that person. I love this. This was in Madden too. I don't remember which one. You feel that? Great.
Can you feel what's about to happen on this field, man? Whatever you got today, I got to have it. Relax, have a good time, and most of all, act the fool. What does that mean, act the fool?
And this was the time when the Eagles were really going into like the NFC Championship just year after year. One of the best teams in the National Football League year after year. NFC Championship. Let's get into some of the highlights, some of the big plays. Ooh, yeah, this is when he destroyed Algie Crumpler, big tight end for the Falcons back when Michael Vick was playing for the Falcons. Boom, I remember that hit. Yup. Different game here.
I like that feeling. Being able to deliver that big hit at the right time to change the momentum of a game.
That was a huge hit. That was in the playoffs.
You better tell him to get it down, Cooley, and get me how you want. Yeah, but you gon' feel it, Cooley. I'm telling you, you gon' feel it. As passionate as you are.
The big play.
Like Dawkins, in what is known in Philadelphia as the quadrifecta. He intercepted a pass, recovered a fumble, sacked the quarterback, and caught a touchdown pass.
Oh man.
And it goes on the pitch.
That was dope. So all in one game, fumble recovery, interception, sack, and a touchdown. all in one game in the NFL. I mean, how's this not your favorite player, right? That's why he's my favorite player.
Never reached the top. I've never been one of the on the championship team in football.
Never in like Pop Warner, high school?
High school. Yeah. Can't even put those in words, what that would mean to me.
In 2007, that Super Bowl dream took a big hit. A neck injury sidelined Dawkins for most of the first half of the season. The Eagles struggled without him.
I know, he was just the man.
Sometimes I get the worst of it. Excruciating pain. And there's nothing you can do but lay there and cry.
Sad. I can't even watch that. I'll just fast forward through that.
You be that thing. You be that leader that I know you want. And
I'm sure he was still a leader all through the season though. He's like a Ray Lewis type of guy.
Brian Dawkins is a Philadelphia superhero. He's won more games than any other Eagle.
Yeah, anybody from Philly knows Brian Dawkins is the man. I know everybody in Philadelphia love Brian Dawkins. There's probably even people that are like Cowboy fans and Redskin fans that like Brian Dawkins, just because he's one of those guys.
Of all time.
Yeah.
His passion for the game is so obvious.
I'm like Michael Jackson before he went crazy. I'll be there.
I knew someone that would die for me. The most dominant defensive player that I played with in my 15 years.
This ain't the end.
Yeah, he was the reason why the Eagles defense was good. They was always sacking the offense. You know, they had all these guys, and Donovan McNabb trying to add in Terrell Owens, just trying to make sure their offense was really good. And they had good guys on like the defensive line, the linebackers. They kept everybody together. But Brian Dawkins, he was really one of the main reasons that team was able to go as far as it did year after year. All right, so that's the reaction videos. There was a lot of talking. I didn't want to go through all the talking there. I really wanted to just get into mostly the highlights, mostly some of those big hits, those big plays, those plays that really make you feel a lot of what the game is about. Again, I mean, I mentioned a little bit before, a little bit different than today. Some of those hits that he was doing probably wouldn't be legal in today's game, but still, gotta love the passion, gotta love that feeling, and that's why, you know, I love watching highlights in the first place, right? Is because it really brings out, we're getting pretty close to the football season, brings out that passion that I think we all have for the game of football. And, you know, same with Steve Smith. I just did a Steve Smith, just so passionate about the game. And if you're a young high school, either whatever, quarterback, receiver, safety, whatever the case may be, this is something you want to bring to your team every single day. It takes a while to be able to really build up this level of confidence and leadership and ability to push the whole team. And, you know, because I work with a lot of teams and everybody's just very, very quiet, not really wanting to really take that leadership role. And I think it's a thing that is missing a lot within this generation. And I think a lot of you guys have the opportunity to step up and be great leaders from a lot earlier time within your life. All you have to do is decide to actually make that decision and decide to start to be a leader within your team, within your classroom, within your household. Just start to be a leader, right? Understand what that's all about and how you can build yourself up to continue to get better there. And it's only going to serve you in the future. So as always, like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out some of the things we have in the description to help you in improving your overall performance. That's really what I do, is a more performance-based, but like I said in the first video, I always am watching highlights, and I just love the game of football so much. And so being able to do some of this, I think would be great to be able to really showcase and highlight some of the best football players that are out there, and really just athletes in general. You know, I want to do one on Kobe as well, just because it's like, you know, I have when I do the Kobe, I'm going to show the Kobe picture that I have in my office, just because you know, he's somebody that was just so important to I think a lot of us in LA, and just bringing out that mentality of how to be somebody that shows up and works hard every day. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.